100 American doctors have now been murdered in the same way. If you go on Erin Elizabeth's Health News website, put that into Google, she has a list with pictures of over 90 of them. And if you are an American doctor, that's how they keep you scared. It's how they stop you using GCMAF. This is how they force you to take drugs. This is how they keep you controlled. So there are 1,000 GCMAF research papers on Google Scholar. There's no excuse for the government not to know about GCMAF. There's no excuse at all, but they don't. And why? Because they take all their medical information from the MHRA. It's a disgrace. We'll go on to more of that later. So 300 scientists have written 150 peer-reviewed scientific research papers on GCMAF published in the world's top journals. This is a higher tier than Google Scholar. In France, we're being prosecuted as a gang. So our gang consisted of 4 scientists, the most senior being Professor Marco Ruggiero, MD. What happened was he eventually wanted to leave the University of Florence and asked me if he could join us. He only wanted 20,000 a month, euros. So I thought for about 5 seconds and said, yes, absolutely. He's the best man in the world. We want him. So we had 4 scientists, 7 doctors, 2 ultrasound staff, 4 nurses, and admin staff. And we are a gang. This is something that we wrote to Matt Hancock, my MP, Sir Desmond Swain, wrote to Matt Hancock and said, here are 3 GCMAF research papers. Will you read them and just make sure you're not missing a trick? Don't contact the MHRA because they won't tell you the truth. What did he do, Matt Hancock, the Department of Health? He contacted the MHRA, and we got a land of verbal abuse about the MHRA, all their standard MHRA phrases about GCMAF, and they never read the research papers. It is criminal, the incompetence of Parliament. The journal Neoplasia 2003. That is 7 senior cancer research institutes, and it lists 6 attacks that GCMAF has on cancer. That's more than any other molecule. Anyone can read this, but the government is too lazy. So then there's this article in PLOS ONE, the journal PLOS ONE, by 3 USA cancer institutes. It's got another 3 attacks GCMAF has on cancer. And we added 6 attacks that GCMAF has on other diseases, including autism and chronic fatigue syndrome and the effects of radiation, for which it is brilliant. So that's 14 things that GCMAF does. But actually, we know that GCMAF has 21 effects in the human body. So, yes, it rebuilds the immune system in about 3 weeks. Yes, it activates macrophages, which eat cancer cells. Pretty much everyone knows those 2. But there are 21 other things that